Welcome back to IdleTalk. Today, Fabian, we've got some catching up to do. It's the first episode of the new year, so we
Happy
have
New Year's.
a lot to catch up about, bro.
Yep.
It's been so long. We just got out of the gym. You say it's a good workout,
Absolutely.
positive workout.
Yes,
Pretty good.
always.
So, Fabian, what have you been up to since the last time I saw you?
What have I been up to?
Probably been since like November. It's January 14th right now, 15th, or
What have I
is
been
it
up to?
14th? So, what you been up to, brother?
Nothing in particular. Eating, working out, working. That's it. That's my life. Oh, playing video games, watching shit.
Life mantra:
Like, yeah.
eating,
Same
working
shit.
out.
Yeah. Same shit as always. Losing weight, trying to gain weight. You know?
That seems counterproductive.
Yeah, I'm losing weight,
trying to gain weight.
but I'm trying to gain weight. I'm not eating enough protein.
Eating disorder?
No. Why do you always go to that?
Do I always go to
Yeah,
that?
every time.
It's been
Like
so long.
when I was losing weight, you're like, it's an eating disorder. I was like, no, motherfucker.
Did I say that?
Yeah, I was like, I'm just fucking
Like on the
eating.
podcast?
Yeah, you were like, it's definitely an eating disorder. You're
Oh, I
making
was like,
yourself throw up.
I definitely was like,
I was
yo,
like,
you throwing
no.
up. Yeah.
I was like, no, I'm not, bro.
Yo.
But yeah, same old shit. New year, nothing's changed. I mean,
I saw you got braids.
I did, but I
Do you
took them
still?
out.
Oh,
No,
I
I
was
took
about
'em
to say, I
It's a fro underneath the beanie now.
Oh.
So I took them out after 4 weeks of having them.
oh shit.
Yeah, so
Why'd
I
you
got
take them
them
out?
just because.
Did you need to do it again, and then you haven't gotten it done again?
I do have to get them retwist. I just haven't.
Okay.
I took them out because the braids themselves were falling, like the rubber bands on them were falling out. Because the thing is, when you get those done, you want to like try to protect it and keep it as long as possible. But I box, I work out, I
So your
sleep.
shit's- Yeah, you sleep
So-
like a maniac.
I do, but I wear a do rag or a
Bonnet.
bonnet, so it doesn't do anything when I'm
As bad.
sleeping.
Yeah.
But when I work out, I sweat.
Yeah.
And the sweat was making all the hairs that were like braided in like frizz out.
Oh.
So I was like, "There's no point." But I'm gonna get it retouched up eventually.
I saw that you started going to the gym like early in the morning now.
Yeah. Super early. I go at like 6.
Is that when they
6:30.
open?
They open at 5. So they
Yes.
open at 5 in the morning. I try to get there like 6:30. The reason is because I live in Edgewater, which is very very close to New York City. If you don't know, and so a lot of people from Jersey come to Edgewater to like go to work in New York or vice versa, whatever. Or people from New York are trying to come into Jersey.
For work.
So at like 8 to 9, the traffic is stupid here. Like there's like
Because of the George Washington?
yeah. So like literally you'll be stuck in the main road of Edgewater for like 30 minutes. And it's like a 5-minute drive just to get out of Edgewater. But I'm stuck because of traffic. So I get out super early now. So I don't have to deal with any of that. And then I try to get home before that rush comes.
Yeah.
Like so I'll get in 6:30, try to get all my workout done before like 7:30, 8. So I can get out by the time everyone's leaving their house. So I can get home
Yeah.
on time.
I used to do that to avoid the school bus.
School buses. There's so many school buses at 8 a.m. too. Yeah.
It's the worst. But now I like before I used to just time my workout. Like I'll
Yeah.
get there at like 7 and then work out till like 9. I'm like, all right, there's no school buses around. Like
You can leave now.
I can
yeah.
leave, yeah. But before it used to be like fucking 40 minutes and like
Is
school
your
bus
is your
traffic.
gym busy now that the New Year's happened or not?
It was busy on the first.
And that's it. And then
that's
everyone
it,
left.
yeah.
It was like that for my gym too. It was stupid busy like the first week of the new year, and now it's died down.
It was only really busy because we had a promo to join for like $1, and so
Was it because you guys didn't have enough members?
no, we have a lot of members, but like every year
You need more.
we need more. I guess I don't know.
Greed is what it is.
It is. I think so,
Greed.
bro. Because I'm like,
It's greed because there's no way y'all can fit more people in that gym
no, I don't
than
know.
you already have.
And any other gym, bro. I don't know.
I feel the same. Yeah, I feel like gyms purposely over sign up people, knowing they don't have the capacity for that because all those people will never be in the gym at the same
Exactly.
time.
I mean, if they were, what are you gonna do? Like, what is the like?
There's
you don't
no
have
solution.
20 benches if
Yeah.
everybody wants to bench. You don't have 20 squat racks if everybody wants to squat. Like,
Unless you're like a gigantic gym, but usually they're not. Yeah.
yeah, no. My gym's a basement gym now, so there isn't really much.
Is it bigger than Bergenfield, the one that we go to?
Oh
or-
no.
No, it's smaller.
It's smaller, yeah.
Damn.
A lot of gyms in New York are small that way, except the one in the LA Fitness
I
in
don't
New
like New
Rochelle.
York, bro.
That one's pretty
If I'm
big.
being real with y'all, New York is overrated as fuck.
Yeah, I feel like everything is small in New York. When you
So
when
overrated.
you like think about it.
It's because they built so much buildings that they now have to like try to find space.
To put
Yeah,
thing-
other
like,
things.
I feel like they originally when they've built buildings, like you know how there's usually like a deli and then like a apartment buildings on top in the
Mm-hmm.
same building. I feel like now like a lot of those like delis, for example, like
Yeah.
are closing and now they have to find something that fits in that space.
Yeah.
But like, what else other than a deli is gonna fit in that?
Yeah.
In that space.
Because it's such a small store.
So
yeah.
everything is like businesses are like dying
also
out, and now like, what are you putting in those?
The
spaces?
rent in New York is probably stupid,
It's
especially
crazy,
for businesses,
bro.
right? Like, I imagine how hard it
ridiculous.
is to open or keep a deli open in New York now.
Bro, fucking utilities are going crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I don't know who decides how much things
government.
cost, but they need to.
The New York government. The
They need
mayor.
to stop paying attention to their job.
Didn't recently the mayor said that he was gonna stop funding like what was it, like public parks sanitation or some shit?
That's wild.
Or
it's,
like
it feels
cleanup,
like,
basically.
It feels
Like
like, they,
every-
they
like-
never had it.
No, so back then they used to clean it every week, apparently.
Apparently,
They had the budget to clean public parks every week, but they took away all that budget to then give it to the cops for this coming year. So there will be no cleaning at park benches and parks.
So the cops should do
So
it.
there's gonna be like a bunch of like just overflow trash and like the way it is, because no one's
Yeah.
gonna come on to clean it anymore because they want to fund police over
Over
infrastructure.
parks?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel like I don't know. I wouldn't even know what to do if I
why-
was in charge of like
That's why I don't live in New York.
doing like budgeting resources.
You wouldn't know what to do. You wouldn't budget for children
No. I mean,
in the future, like
them-
schools and
from
public parks,
no,
and
not
not cops.
schools.
Not schools.
Nah, I feel like
You wouldn't fund schools.
I feel like I would just let everybody rock, really like struggle.
You do know, like currently are like.
But I the thing is, I have no faith in the current generation.
But that's what I'm
coming
saying.
up.
Our current
I would,
generation
I
is
would have
stupid.
more faith in the next one.
They're having trouble with basic math and
I know.
reading. That's bad. That's not good for the
You know,
future.
it,
If the children that we're raising can't read and write and do
It's
basic
because
math,
of cell phones, bro.
we're gonna be fucked.
it's cell phones. Like everything is just so easy now. Like you
It's-
pull out
yeah,
your
it's cell phone,
calculator
yeah.
and be like, boop, 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 done.
Cell phones and the fact that nobody cares about the public
and with AI,
learning system.
AI is about to go crazy, bro.
That blew my mind up. I saw a video recently about that AI shit. It's like, why is that AI is doing art and not the hard jobs that we don't want to do?
Nah,
like I feel like
AI is about to take over luggage sorting at airports, and
Well,
people are gonna get upset.
why?
because,
That seems like such a tedious job. I feel like a
No,
robot
it
should
is.
do it.
It is, and people don't do it correctly.
There you
That's why
go.
your
Make a
shit's
robot.
damaged,
Make a
like-
robot do it. They'll
So,
do it correctly.
But those people are gonna be like, they took my job, like the South Park meme,
Yeah.
like with the immigrants.
But I feel like those types of jobs, those should be robots.
no, they should be robots.
then, like, creative jobs?
breaking should be robots.
Creative jobs. Why are we losing creative jobs to robots? That's crazy.
It's cheaper.
But how? Since when? How did we develop as
I
as human society to be like, you know what we should do? The one thing that we're good at, creativity, that thing that no other
Robots.
species can do,
Robots.
give it to robots so we can stop being creative.
Now I can see the other side of it. Though. I can see like paying $900 a year
Yeah.
for something instead of paying somebody $900 a month, for example. If I'm pushing out a lot of shit like generic like stock photos type shit.
Yeah.
If I need that pushed out constantly, I probably
You use
would do
AI,
the
just
AI.
take
No,
a
I don't-
regular ass
I
stock
don't-
photo.
I wouldn't. But I can see how that they can justify
I feel like
that.
AI never makes passable art, if that makes sense.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
it makes art to be like, that looks cool.
That
and then
does
that's
look
it.
cool. But then when you start zooming
Yeah, when you
in,
start zooming in and looking at details, it's really bad.
It's
and you're
like,
like,
oh,
oh, this
what's-
thing can't draw fingers, it can't draw toes, the
Exactly.
eyes look all weird.
Yeah.
But it looks cool from far away. So that's why I always think, like, if you want something for a business, you should commission an artist. Because I promise you, the extra 200 that you could have paid that one person will probably do a better job than whatever AI you're paying for to do.
Yeah, but I think when it comes to AI art, like all those generic like repost YouTube channels or like
Yeah, yeah,
TikToks where they like you see the same TikTok maybe like
Yeah,
20
yeah.
times
Yep.
like a week. I think those people are really capitalizing on like,
Yeah.
that shit because it's like
And I don't mind those
they
people who
pump
like
out farm
yeah,
content and shit like that. I think
people
that's
who farm like
the likes.
fact videos and things for lore on
Yeah.
series, and then they don't have like pictures because it's a book and they want to, and they use AI. Fine, whatever. I don't give a fuck. It's nobody. It's a picture. It's not a picture book. It's a book that's written, and you're trying to visualize
Set
whoever
the-
that you
the
think it is.
scene,
Yeah. So I get it, but I don't fuck with AI art. AI anything else, I'm cool with. Like AI register
music?
people. And I'll fuck with AI music.
Yeah,
Low
music is
key,
tough.
they're making better music than some of the artists out here. But
I just feel like the pay shouldn't be the same. If you're pumping
Yeah, I
out
agree.
AI
No,
music,
yeah,
because
I agree.
you're getting like 20 cents a stream or
know.
like 0.20 of a cent or something like
but
that.
don't you still have to write the lyrics technically? The AI isn't writing the lyrics. It's just
No.
making the voice.
No, AI could write lyrics. You just use another AI like, hey, write me a rap of da da da, and then pump it into the.
I thought it
AI.
was whoever is making the AI voice is writing the raps and then just
No,
putting it
you
through
could. I mean,
a
that's what I
voice
think.
thingy.
The good AI rap versus the other AI rap or shit
Yeah.
like that. I think the people that ones that sound good are because somebody physically wrote it,
And then put it through a
and
voice
then
thing.
put it through the thing. I think the ones that you can tell an
Are
AI
super
wrote
bad,
it are
yeah.
super
Yeah,
trash.
they're
and
like super choppy and like
yeah. So the only example that negates that is the AI covers, like when like for example when like Darth Vader is singing one of
yes, like a weekend song
Hello
or some
from
shit.
me,
Yeah.
yeah. So I think that's the only
I
one where
like
it
those because
sounds good.
those are just the I'm gonna put this
Exactly.
person's voice through a voice modulator to make them sound like whoever the character is.
Exactly. But anything else, like we listened to Glorb on the
Yeah,
way
I like
here.
Lorb.
Was it Bikini Bottom? What was it? The bottom two?
The bottom, yeah.
It's because that guy definitely probably wrote
He
out
wrote
the
his song.
lyrics.
Yeah, he said he wrote them, but he
So
put all those voices. Or it's his voice every time, and he
yeah,
put it
do
through
a modulator.
a modulator to make it sound like the characters.
But the animation on it goes crazy too. I like the
Yeah.
animation, even though like I think to their standards, right? If I saw that the Glorb animation video in a movie, I'm like, yo, that shit is garbage,
Dog shit, yeah.
right?
But it's not
then,
supposed to be
But
movie
then when it's
quality,
something
yeah.
fun, like something
like
like
a
a
YouTube
passion
video,
project,
yeah.
you're like, oh shit, this is kind of tough. I kind of want to do that with our stuff too. What like on some of the older bits, just have somebody like
Animate it?
animate it.
That would be cool.
And then be like something like that's.
I'm not
that's
good at
something-
animating.
Can you learn something?
I am learning. So I'm trying to learn how to be a tattoo artist.
Are you serious?
Yeah. So I'm currently like
I'm gonna hit you up in like 5 years.
I'm currently like practicing on fake skin, and I have a tattoo gun.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That's
but
so cool.
I'm not good yet.
Of course not.
And I don't want to tattoo anybody.
I
Until
wouldn't lie
am.
to you and be like, yo, you're doing so good, bro.
But I'm trying to learn just so that way I could stop paying for my own tattoos and I just tattoo myself.
But like, how are you gonna like I guess like anything
Anything that isn't
forward-facing-
on the same arm. So since I'm right-handed, I can't tattoo my own right arm.
Yeah, you could do your legs.
But I could do like
Can
anything
you do
else.
your
on my
calf
body.
like this?
No, I mean I don't. You're asking me when I'm not even a really.
Bro,
I'm not really a tattoo
I'm
artist.
just trying to see.
You that's a real tattoo artist. I'm literally.
No,
Not
I mean
even an
that's cool
apprentice.
that you're training. Are you like, what's your like end goal with that? Because that's a serious like skill to learn. That's like if I wanted to learn.
What's
like,
end
plumbing.
goal?
Yeah. Well, so what's your end goal with that? You just want to tattoo yourself?
Yeah, learning a new skill. I feel like for me at least, I try to learn a new skill every few years. Like
Cooking.
the last few years, I took up boxing again. Right, I used to box a long time ago, but then I stopped for a very long time, and not that I lost everything, but I lost a lot. Like when I
Yeah,
went
of
back
course.
into it, I didn't. There was a lot of things that I didn't know because it's new stuff or things that I forgot. But I'm a lot better now because I went back into it. And so now that this New Year's coming up, I was like, damn, I spend mad money on tattoos, but I want tattoos. And I'm also okay at drawing. Like I'm not dog shit, but I'm not the best either. And I was like, because a lot of tattooing isn't even really skill unless you're going to somebody who's designing tattoos. A lot of the times it's tracing a line on the skin. And so I just have to learn how to be basically like surgeon mode, like where you don't shake, your lines are very crisp, very straight, and shading is like I'm learning techniques how to shade and things like that, which needles to use. Just a new hobby for me. And if I get good enough where people start paying me, then maybe it could be a career, but I don't know. Currently, it's just a hobby.
I can see you running like a tattoo shop / like clothing line in the same place.
And a
can see
kitchen.
that.
There's I'm chefing it up in the kitchen, tattooing people on the side
So you're just running all three jobs.
while I'm back there also sewing clothes.
That's funny as fuck.
But yeah, what about you? What have you been up to since
What
the
have
new
I
year?
been up to?
What's different this year?
Well, before I get into the previous year, this year, as soon as New Year's Day hit,
Yeah.
my mom was in Mexico.
Okay.
So I had to work my regular job and then leave at like 2:00 and then go to my mom's shop. And just like, cause I work in like a higher end gym, so like people don't complain about things that much, and when they do, it's kind of valid.
Yeah.
But like people aren't really like suffering for money, and so like if I'm like, hey, why did I get charged $120? I'm like, oh, cause your annual fee hit. They're like, oh, okay, and
Yeah.
then just like walk away. And then when I'm pushing the buttons at my mom's shop, like, oh, this is $48 in total. $48.
Oh, yeah.
The lady doesn't charge me that. I'm like, I literally just pushed every single thing you wanted on the computer, and this is the price that came out. I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you. I don't have the authority to change it. I mean, I do, but I'm not going to.
Yeah.
And they just end up paying it. But it's just that conversation I hate. It's just been bothering me a lot. Where it's like, that's not what your mom charges me. I'm like, well, my mom's not here
Yeah.
to adjust your price.
True.
Oh my god! And this lady, she's a big girl. And I'm not trying to shame her in that way, but she bought this very small dress and was
Okay.
like,
Can
"Can you
this
make it
fit?
bigger?" And I looked at her, she had a faja and all. Like, you could tell
Yeah.
her she had, like, body shapers on.
Yeah.
I'm like, even with all that shit, brother, you're not fitting in this thing.
Why not just buy a bigger size?
That, favorite. This is my PSA, I guess. If you're ever in that situation, just get it bigger because you can make it smaller. Don't get it smaller because it's
Because you
fucking
can take
way
away
harder.
fabric
Exactly.
easier than you can
And
to
you can
add
it.
fabric. Yeah.
And then, I mean, it looked good after the lady who subbing in for my mom like did it.
Yeah.
But like, I was like looking at her and like, I was like, you're cheap. Like, you didn't want to spend a little bit more money because the bigger the sizes are, the more money you have to pay. And so I was like,
But I would rather just pay that.
I'm
Than
like, just
go
pay
to
that. Pay that. And then we'll fix it. Like,
Yeah.
I just hate that when they buy shit that doesn't fit and then they're surprised it costs a lot to put it the way they want.
Yeah.
I'm like, if you just think about it, if you just
would've
got
saved
it the
money,
right
yeah.
way, you wouldn't have need to come in here to do that. And
Probably.
so that's what I just been kind of like,
Running the shop.
yeah, I just been sick of people. I don't
I feel
know.
that.
I feel
I'm
like
sick of people too.
I'm like, just use a little bit of logic, people. Like, just get
A lot of people don't have that.
the
though.
right shit the
People
first
don't have
time.
a lot of common sense.
You don't have to do that.
Common sense isn't really common.
And somebody was like, oh, how much is this? And I was like, oh, it's like $16. She's like, oh, I'm just gonna go return it then. I'm like, yeah, okay, that's like, I'm not gonna be like, no, wait, we'll do it for, because I think that's what they expect.
Yeah.
Like, oh no, well, I'll charge you 12 or something like that. And I'm like, no. There was
lot of
this
people like
one
that, yeah.
Indian lady that came in, and I pushed every single button that she wanted,
And she
I
got
was like,
upset about the
no,
price?
I was like $220. She was like, all right, do you want cash or card? And I was like, you could tap your phone. And then she.
Oh, so she didn't get upset
she
about the
didn't
price?
She didn't give a fuck. I'm like, there's people who just like know that like,
Yeah.
all right, this is literally all I want, and this is gonna cost whatever to do, and so whatever. So those people I don't mind.
Yeah, I usually don't. I don't haggle prices for services that I'm paying for.
I don't haggle anything anymore. I just
Do I? I'm trying to think.
I don't haggle anymore. I like going like being the other side of it.
No, I don't
Like
haggle.
being haggled for shit that I can't control. I'm always just like, now I just accept it, and then if it's worth it to me to go again and pay that same price, then I'll go. Like
Yeah.
how we talked earlier. Like
Yeah,
if
yeah.
the pizza's $5 and I think it's worth it, then I'm gonna keep going there. But
Yeah.
if it's not, I'm just not gonna go there anymore. I just
I
feel
agree.
like people need to do
I like
that.
that. I agree with that with restaurants. Like
Do
if
that
if I get
instead.
if I order something, I read it, I ordered it, it come out, I eat it, and I don't like it. I'm like, that's on me.
I see exactly. I'm like, hey,
I picked the wrong thing. That's on me. But I trust me, from working in a restaurant, there's so many people that will pick something, say they want something, they start eating it, they're like, I don't like this. Take it back. I want something else. And I'm like, what? What type of entitlement do you think that you have that we can just get you a whole new meal for free after you just wasted one?
I'll be like, hey, you know you still have to pay for this, right?
But sometimes they don't. Sometimes the managers are like, nah, just fuck it, give it to them.
Comp it.
Yeah.
Not me, bro. I don't comp anything. And I think when my general manager really likes that about me, she's like, yeah, I'm surprised like you don't like, because we had the $1 promo.
Yeah.
And or they have like students come in, I just sell them the 30-day guest pass, and it's like $140.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, you could sign up for membership, or you could get the guest pass, and I always push the guest pass.
Yeah.
And my boss was like, I like that you stand firm on the guest pass. I'm like, well, because I don't want them to fucking cancel. Because then that looks, like, in the back end, that looks bad on me when somebody cancels. And I'm like, fuck. I'm like, what they're going to look at it like, did he sell that membership just to get the $1 and then knowing they're going to cancel before the annual fee hits? I'm like, no.
So you get no money,
I
yeah.
just push the 30-day guest pass. And a lot of people get it, surprisingly. But yeah, I just don't like negotiating anymore with like either being negotiated with or
Yeah.
negotiate with somebody else. Like,
Yeah.
I think when I got the IdleTalk stuff done, that's when it first started that I just like, all right, that's how much you want?
Yeah.
There you go. I'm like, here's a deposit. Like when I got my tattoo, I'm like, that's what you want?
Yeah.
Here's the whole thing.
I hate when people try to haggle with tattoos. Unless the tattoo artist is actually like
Ass.
trying to kill you with pricing, like, oh, thousands of dollars, then you'd be like, all right, relax. Like, your work is not worth that type of money. But when people try to fight you over like $50-$60 on a I'm like, dude, just fucking pay. It's not that big of a deal, bro.
Yeah, in
Like,
your
pay the
mind-
deposit.
Yeah.
Pay whatever they want for it.
Exactly.
Like, that's gonna be on you for the rest of the happier that the artist is when they're tattooing you, the better the work will be.
Exactly.
The moment you piss them off, now they have
Exactly.
a reason to fuck with you.
I feel like that's the biggest thing.
'Cause it's
too.
on you forever,
Especially
yeah.
if you go to like a restaurant too. Like if
Oh, yeah.
if you make the staff not happy with you,
They're gonna mess with your shit.
I don't think I've never thought about that, but I
No,
just feel like they're
I've
not
I've
gonna
worked in the
put
kitchen.
effort
People
in.
mess with your shit.
Like if you go to the chef with the same like table and be like, yo, they want this instead. They want this instead. The chef's
Yeah.
gonna fucking make it shittier
Yeah,
every time.
he's gonna get upset. Yeah.
He's not gonna fucking like put his whole heart and soul into it. But that's it's just been too customer facing the last 2 weeks. I've been getting sick of it, bro. I just like my Apple Watch app reminds me like, hey,
Breathe.
how you feel? and,
Make sure to breathe.
and then I go into the yoga because I signed up
Yeah.
for 3 months trial because I got a brand new Apple Watch. And I
Yeah.
was like, all right, let me do some like meditation real quick. So it's been kind of a
good.
crazy thing. I just got the craziest like work stories, like excuses people try to use
To get
and,
out of
like,
paying?
Yeah, yeah. And I'm like, you're lying to me. One time somebody said, hey, if you sign up, I could like the $15 guest pass thing. I
Yeah.
could just put it towards your next thing if you sign up, and then, or you could get a free trial or whatever. And then they were like, can you just put me in the free trial instead? I'm like, no, because you just told me you weren't gonna sign up, so why would I do that? Give me my $15 and get the fuck out of my face. And I hate that. And my gym is the only gym that everybody has a stand, and not like.
Oh, you can't sit down?
Can't sit down.
Why?
Isn't that crazy? I don't know. They just feel like it looks fancier if you stand.
I can't stand businesses like that, dude. Oh my.
But I've been getting my stand goal though on my Apple Watch. I've been hitting my 8 hours of standing
annoying.
every day. But
Because the people who tell you that shit are the people that sit down
In
while
corporate,
you're
right?
standing.
Yep,
That shit
exactly.
get me so mad. You guys have to stand for 8 hours a day while I sit on my ass for 6. Eat my cock. How about that?
hey yo,
Eat my cock.
Eat your
You
cock.
stand for 8 hours a day, you bitch. While you sit on your stupid ass computer. Eat a
no,
dick.
I'm standing on my computer.
I can't stand those people, bro.
Oh man.
Fucking rich entitled people, bro.
And what was I doing from November to December? I don't even remember.
You know what else
was
I can't
doing.
stand?
What?
Fuck you entitled people buying Starbucks and McDonald's. Fuck y'all. And for a cup, fuck y'all.
Cup.
That Stanley cup, and I love
Oh
ice water cups. You see me always with one, dog.
no, you mean a fucking tank? Look at that shit. Show the camera, bro.
My gallon,
Fucking nuclear bomb.
and then I have another pink one over there, so I use them.
Do you use the pink one still? I
Yeah.
thought you just.
The pink one I use for
It's a
like when I don't
collector's
want to
item.
carry the big shit around. So if you spend your money on a Stanley cup because Starbucks told you to, what's wrong
Wait,
with you?
Starbucks owns Stanley?
No, but they collab with them because they were doing really bad because of the protest, and then they made.
So why are we
they
buying
made
Stanley cups? We gotta protest
Well, because
Stanley.
let me
now.
explain to you. So
Protest
white
Stanley.
ladies really like Stanley cups, right?
White ladies are the bane of the existence.
Yeah,
of the
and they also
world.
really like Starbucks, right?
Yeah.
But because of the whole Gaza thing, a lot of people started boycotting Starbucks, and even the white girls were like, you know what? Okay,
We'll do it.
we'll stop eating
stand
Starbucks.
together.
Yeah, right. And so they lost mad money, like a lot of money, to the point that Starbucks was like, okay, we need to figure out how we're gonna recoup all this money that we're losing. So that not only did they collab with McDonald's, who was also losing mad money, to make
Starbucks collab with McDonald's?
Yeah, they made McCosmics. You ever heard of that? So it's a new chain of McDonald's restaurants that serve exclusively like
Like
Starbucks, like coffee drinks and like refreshers and like pastries, like basically a Starbucks but McDonald's.
Like it's just like, hey
so
guys.
they
come
collab
together.
with Starbucks to make this new thing,
Yeah.
so that they could, and it didn't work, but they did it so that they could both make money. Some people didn't really make, but then they also collab with Stanley.
Did they do that collab just so people are like, oh, what's this? And not
Yes.
really put like
Yes.
just walk in and then the same company just
when
gets money?
Yeah, so when it was first announced, it was just McDonald's. Nobody knew who else collabed with him. It was
Yeah.
just McDonald's trying to make coffee drinks, but it was bullshit. And now then Starbucks collab with Stanley, which is huge with white women and medical
And
people and
TikTok.
people who drink a lot
You know,
of water.
Stanley was a construction
Yes. Yes.
demographic
Just like
company.
Carhartt used to be,
Carhartt.
yeah.
Now it's all fashion.
Now it's all white ladies with ice cups. So they released because usually, you know how Starbucks has those like specialty cups, like holiday cups. They released that during the holidays. No one bought it, so they didn't make any money on theirs. So then they collab with Stanley to make another holiday one, like an all red like Stanley cup, and that shit sold out. And they recouped all the money that they
All
lost.
red? Damn, that sounds kind of
All the money that they lost during the protest. So all of y'all bitches who ran to Starbucks to buy some cup or Target to buy some cup, you're fake.
Wait, Target's the same one? Wait, they had that
No,
one
they
in
had it.
Target?
They sell it at Target. Yeah,
Oh.
you're fake, and you care about materialistic things more than human lives. I don't fuck with you.
One of my coworkers is he dropped the bomb on me yesterday. He was like, I don't know how we got into this conversation, but he was like, he said he had like 1,000 followers on TikTok, and he was like, I'm gonna go live, but he's an old ass man.
Okay.
And then he was like, I watch a lot of debate shows, and I want to that's something I want to do. I want to do debates. So he's like, but I think I'd be the only channel that's pro-Israeli, and I was like, what?
No, there's plenty of them, but that's
No,
crazy.
but like a immediate core. I was like, but you're gay.
And he's Israeli?
And he's like, I don't know what he is, but he's definitely gay, and he's talked about it. He's like, he's seen like this. There's a fireman that goes to my gym.
Yeah.
And he's like, that guy's hot.
He's hot. Okay.
Yeah. So, and there was a really attractive woman that came in one day, and then he was like, I would switch teams for her. But he's old, bro. He's old. But he. Before yesterday where he dropped that bomb on me, I was like, this guy's funny. Like, this guy's just like a character, you know? And I was like, what? I'm like,
did he give you a reason on
no,
pro-Israel? He just said it?
No, he said it, and then I just stopped talking.
Stop talking. Makes sense. I would do the same.
And I was like, hey, I'm going to go to the back and make some calls. I would do the same. I was like, I don't want to be up here, bro. But I was like, ain't no way you just said that to me. I mean, he wouldn't know. I mean, I wouldn't have known that he was.
Yeah.
Well, I just thought, before you people like say like what they're about and stuff.
Yeah.
I like that brief period before you know too much about them.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I thought we were gonna be good work buddies.
Yeah.
But I was like, I'm just not gonna talk to you no more. But I was like, oof. I was like, no way, bro. And you know what's fucking crazy? There's a lawyer that goes to our gym, and he got upset because we're running a promo on personal training, like $75 off if you get 4 or more sessions, and he wanted to do that with like an elite trainer, and those prices are different because they're an elite trainer, right? This guy's been training for like over like 20 years, and he got upset at the price difference, and then he was like, somebody at the front desk told me blah, 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 blah. And then the fitness manager was like, who? Like, he was like, the colored one.
Yikes.
Everybody was like, what the fuck? And there's only one person he could be talking about, but he could have just said like anything else besides like the colored one.
That's crazy.
And then he came in yesterday while he was there, and the trainer was there too. And then he was
the colored one.
We were all talking about like, isn't that the guy that said the
colored one?
Described you as colored? And he was like, yeah. And then one of you have a white trainer that came in. He's like, hey, isn't that the guy that said this?
Yeah.
And he's like, he's training with that elite trainer.
Yeah.
And he's like, how come he doesn't describe him as colored? Because and then the trainer came by after their session. He was like, as long as that check clears, he's like,
true.
Say whatever you want, but you're paying me extra because of that. So
that's what I do. I'd start charging you extra if I knew you was racist.
He's like, yo, that check clear? Bet. He's like, and add 100 on top. But a lot of you'd be surprised on how cheap personal training is outside of gyms. But like,
I got paid recently.
Did you? How much?
Train somebody. They paid me $75 for the session and then tipped me $25.
Damn.
So I made $100 for the day. Yeah, boxing.
So our personal trainers make, like, if they sell a 4-pack, right? It's for 3 months, but it's $400 each month, right? So you get $1,200 out of it, right? That one person.
Yeah.
Depending on your level, so like the elite trainer will make 80% of that, and the gym will get 20. If you're brand new, it's a 50-50 split, right?
Okay.
So the better you are, the more sessions you train, the longer you train, like at the gym,
more cut you get.
The more cut you get, right? Okay. And that's just to kind of reward hustlers. Like if you really want a big cut, you gotta bring
train
in
a bunch of people, yeah.
But $1,200?
That's a lot.
That's a lot. And then people will just be like, yeah, just charge my card on the file. And I'm like, how much you got on the card on the file? That you just
Rich people, bro.
Just like it's swipe and it'd be okay. And I was telling our fitness manager, I was like, yo, my motto is if it don't decline, it's a sign. Bro.
I gotta go to your gym. You have to take me there. I haven't gone.
I've
taken you to mine.
It's an affluent neighborhood.
The fuck does that mean?
It's one of the richest neighborhoods in the country. One of the richest.
What's the
word?
Affluent?
Affluent, yeah. It means you just got.
Never heard of it.
Got money. The average medium.
You know who isn't affluent?
Who?
This guy.
You said who isn't?
Yeah.
That's funny. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. I've just been doing my gym era of like working at a gym and working out in the gym.
What's the goal for fitness this year?
For fitness, I have no idea. I've put my fitness goals in the hands of my trainer.
Oh, so you don't even have a goal anymore? You
No,
just
I just be
show up?
like, what are we doing today?
No, I get that.
And
Yeah.
he's got a plan, right?
But what's the plan originally for even getting a trainer? Like, what
Me,
was?
I want
Because you worked out alone for a long time.
because I was like, I'm getting a huge fucking discount on personal training. I
You should use it?
just do personal training. So instead of paying $100 a session,
You're paying like what,
or
25,
even
85?
more, I'm paying $35.
Wow.
And guess how much my trainer gets?
I don't know.
Out of those $35, he gets $28. So in theory, if you train more staff members, you'll get a
More
bigger
money?
cut than if
Because
you
they
were-
cut.
they
The
take
gym
less.
takes less.
The gym's like, hey, if an employee wants to use a service, you're gonna get a majority of it.
and we'll take half.
the
Or
no,
like the least, the smaller cut.
we'll take like $4.
Yeah.
So I just because it's been available to me,
Mm-hmm.
and I just been taking advantage of it on the days that I'm going to work,
Mm-hmm.
and he was like, I don't think one day is enough. And then we started working out one day a week.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, bro, that shit is enough because I'm fucking cooked. I'm basically taking everything you teach me on a Friday
And then using it.
and then using it.
That's what I used to do with you.
throughout the
Yeah.
weeks. I'm
When I
like,
started working out with you and then all my other guys, I used to just take a lot of stuff that I was absorbing when I
Yeah.
started. And then whenever I'd be alone, I'd do the same thing.
and then whenever like whatever doesn't like ache
Mm-hmm.
or hurt, I just do the other parts that are good. And I'll just mix it up that way.
So you don't have like a push-pull day anymore? You don't have like
no, I just
specific
the only
muscle
thing
groups that you target?
I'm targeting is active heart rate.
Yeah.
So I want my heart rate to be like 150 or above.
Yeah.
And then as fast as I could get 300 reps. That's what I've just been doing lately.
Got it.
So everything is just based like heart rate activity. So like when I work with him, I should be like 180. He don't be giving me rest time, bro. I'll be like, can I rest like a couple of seconds? He's like, no, we gotta go into this one. I'm like, fuck you. We did that today. Low key, like in the middle of it, where I just didn't give you any fucking chance
Yeah.
to like go in. But
at
that's
the
because I
end-
needed my heart rate to
At the
get
end,
up.
I needed to rest.
Yeah, I
was
saw that.
dying.
You were like, I was like, yo, let me pass it to you. He's like, no. You were just leaning on the. You were just
Like,
leaning
nah,
on
bro,
the.
give me a minute, bro.
Yeah, but that's what I've just been doing. I've been a lot like we talking about convenience earlier.
Yeah.
A lot of things I just been, doing convenience wise. Where like
Have you cut a lot of things out of your life that weren't convenient, or people that weren't convenient in your life?
No, I feel like I was good at that before, but now when it comes to like goods and services,
Yeah.
like I was saying, like I could easily make my food for like $50 cheaper every
Yeah.
week, but I'll just pay $50 extra just so I
Just
don't
to
have
not
to
deal
worry
with
about
it.
that.
Yeah.
Because like
I understand that,
I have to
yeah.
wake up super early to get to work.
What time?
And then
Like
so I'll wake up
7,
at like
6?
2
Oof.
a.m.
Wow.
I'll run, get a workout in, clock in at 4:45, start working,
Yeah.
and then I go home at 2 p.m. Right?
Uh-huh.
But I just hate working out after 2 o'clock, especially if I'm at work. I just feel like the free gym membership isn't worth it to me because I'd rather leave the place I was just at to go to LA Fitness, for example, and then
Yeah.
get a quick workout in there. So that's why I still pay for LA Fitness. But
Waste of fucking money.
Malik,
Shit
if
gym.
Malik is using it, I'm happy to pay for
What
it.
a
Bro.
shit gym.
If Malik, shout out to Malik, we signed up together. He was paying it for mad long, and then then I started paying it, and I was
Yeah.
like, bro, use it. Like keep like going. Just let me know you go. If you don't want to go no more, we'll cancel it. But if he's using it, I'm chilling. But because I feel like for him, it's harder for him to go. Even if he makes it a routine, it's still harder for him to go.
Yeah.
So, but if he's not paying for it, I'm like, yo, go.
Yeah.
You're not
Go
paying
more
for
often.
it.
Yeah.
Go,
It's free.
exactly. So I think that helps him a little bit. But yeah, I mean, I just sometimes like I just feel like I need to get out of somewhere that I was already at to go do something else. Even if
that.
I do have to drive like
No, yeah, I feel
20
that.
extra minutes technically,
Yeah.
like out of my way, like 10 minutes this way and then 20 back to my house, I'll still do it just because I just feel like I need to get out of that environment I was in all day. But going beforehand, I've noticed that I'm not as tired if I didn't do it. So like
Yeah.
I'll get some energy, get some pre-work out of me, like just to like, use it, have some left over. You know how when you take like an energy drink or a pre-workout
Yep.
and you don't feel like you used it all? Like I used that rest of it at work until it's time for my break. Then I eat lunch and then do whatever.
Okay.
But yeah, the 2 a.m. workouts have been making me go to sleep at like 7 p.m. though. 7 p.m., 8 p.m.
I go to sleep at like 9, 10.
I tried. I want to stay up till 9, but I can't.
I want to stay up past 9, but I can't no more.
I tell the boys, I'm like, yo, I got like 3 games in me.
Yeah,
If
that's
you want
what
to run
sucks.
them, I got 3 games.
It's
in
like
me.
I want to play. I want to play with like Muhammad and Joang longer, but I'm like I got work in the morning. I gotta go.
Exactly. What time do you go to work?
Depends. So if I'm opening as a manager, I get up at like 8 something, so I can get there at like 9:30. And then if I'm not a manager, if I'm like behind the bar, I'm serving, I'll get there like 10:15.
So do you have 2 jobs?
Technically, I have 2 titles.
Oh,
It's still the same place, same job. I'm doing the same stuff. It's just 2 titles. So because I have 2 different
Is
pays.
what I was about to say is the pay is
The
different.
manager
when
pay and the behind the bar pay are the same. So if I'm behind the bar, I'm getting paid like a manager. And then if I'm out on the floor serving, I get below minimum wage, but I make tips.
you get your tips.
So like on a bad day, I'll make like $300, and on
That's
a
not
good day,
bad.
and on a good day, I'll make like 5, 6.
So you
4.
just need one good day and a bad day to make up for your.
But that's what I do. So currently, all my paychecks, like actual checks, are for me. Like the ones that I deposit are my money that I can spend for whatever the case may be, and then
Yeah.
serving money is rent and bills. So I'll try to make up my rent and bill for the month, like the first few weeks of the month. So I'll try to save up all the tips that I'm making, and then I'll pay my bills, and then whatever checks I'm getting in for that month are usually just for me or debt and things that I
Yeah.
need to pay off. Yeah.
Nah, ever since I got my job, I've been putting in money into like retirement fund.
Yeah. Looking to move out?
I was trying.
I'm trying to move out. I'm trying to get the fuck out of this place so bad.
I was trying to, but now I don't really want
so
to.
expensive.
Because exactly.
It's like
If you're not-
$2,000 for a
if you're
studio.
not married,
bro. For a studio,
to
my
split
guy.
rent, or you're not making at least like $40 an hour.
Trying to live in Jersey
crazy.
in a studio, stupid respect. I'm like, what the fuck is this? There's nothing in. It's one room, and you
Yeah.
split the room
With a
with a
person.
wall and made it a bathroom, and you want me to pay $2,500 for it?
Yo, that is the realest statement I've ever heard in my life.
It's so stupid.
literally putting a wall there to make a bathroom is really like.
It's literally what they do.
It's not just a New Jersey thing. It's
They do it
everywhere.
all the
It's
time.
It's everywhere.
They'll put like
thing.
counter spaces in the beginning where the doors are. And like that's the kitchen.
Yep.
Then the rest of the room is your house, and then they have one wall, and it's like that's the bathroom,
I was
and
telling,
it's a toilet and a sink.
bro. I was telling Christian because he's the most like.
He's the most
He's the most
house stable now.
No, he's the most like life
Lived in.
No, what's this? Life stages ahead of
Yeah.
everybody else.
Uh-huh.
And so I'm like, you need to
Shout
get
out
a
to
house
Christian.
and you need to like rent out the rooms to like your friends because like
I'll rent a room at Christians.
we could not afford to live. Period, bro.
I'll rent a room at Christians.
Yeah, but I've been making quite a bit of like decent money now.
Yeah.
And I was explaining it to Christian like my trajectory of like how much I get paid every week has been slowly increasing with every job, and I don't work like consistently.
Oh, I work consistently.
Like I'll work a job for like let's say like 4 months and then I'll quit.
Yeah.
And I'll do like
Do you think you'll stay in this one for a bit?
I have no idea. I think I'll stay.
I stay at jobs that I feel like are chill as shit, and I can like rock without like
I'll
having
stay long
stress.
enough to keep that personal training discount. Honestly, I think that's what's keeping me at this job. To be honest with you guys, but and there's some cool people that I've
Yeah.
met there that I like.
I love my family at Sikh.
that I like seeing.
My Sikh family
every
is
day.
fire.
But I think as long as the personal training is convenient to me, it's good. Because I don't know, that could change at any moment with like how corporate seems
Yeah,
to
yeah,
do
yeah.
things. So if that changes, I'm like, deuces. But that doesn't mean I don't like fielding interviews. You know, I like going on them anyway. Even though I know I'm not gonna take them, but I just like practicing a little bit.
Yeah.
Like LinkedIn will send me like, hey, I saw your da da da. You wanna?
I hate LinkedIn and Indeed.
I love LinkedIn.
They never leave me alone.
LinkedIn is awesome.
They send me so many emails. I'm like, I'm not looking for a job, bro. Leave me the fuck alone.
I gotta sneeze. I think. Hold on.
What have you been watching in this new year? Nando?
Watching? Nothing new. Nothing new. I've been. Me and Muhammad had this conversation about sitcoms.
Yeah.
Talking about the greatest sitcoms of all time.
There are
And
no
then,
good sitcoms anymore.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying like previous
Yeah.
ones because we had a conversation. I'm like, why do people consistently go back to watch Friends if you're a Friends fan? And I was like, I think it's because it's like you're used to it, you know what's coming.
It's
da, da, da.
comfortability.
and
It's
it's
'cause
like
people don't like
it's
change.
a formula, right?
people don't like
That It's
change.
the same shit that you're gonna get. But we were talking about 2.5 Men because of the Charlie Sheen situation. You know how he was like addicted to like meth,
And then they got
like,
Ashton
sex.
Kutcher to replace him later.
Yeah, but then I started watching the Ashton Kutcher seasons,
And
and
they're
I was
better?
like, this show is kind of fun, even after like
yeah.
that.
I heard
scandal.
from my brother used to watch 2.5 Men like religiously when we were growing
I've
up.
been watching it religiously.
My brother used to watch it a lot, and I know about that because he used to watch it all the time. And then Charlie Sheen just was gone one day, and I was
Yeah.
like, "What the fuck?" And my brother personally, he's told me he likes it better with Ashton Kutcher than he did when Charlie Sheen was on it.
I agree with that statement.
Huh.
I like.
You guys are very similar
I
because he likes a
like-
bunch of those horror bullshit movies
I
too.
like Ashton Kutcher. Like
As an actor?
As an actor.
I like
He
him in
first
a few roles. Yeah.
Came on and he was hit, bro. He had like long
No, he didn't.
hair. He had longer
He's
hair.
always been handsome as shit.
No, but with the long hair and a beard, they made him ugly. They made him look
Really?
like... They made him look like... Because Charlie Sheen wasn't the most attractive person.
No, Charlie Sheen is a hideous. I'm
Yeah,
talking about
yeah.
Ashton Kutcher.
Yeah, I'm saying, but they kind of... I feel like they wanted to kind of... Like, hey, look, it's
Make
not
him look
really
similar?
Ashton Kutcher.
It is.
It's still somebody else, right? But then they, for some... I don't know when, but they cut his hair back to normal.
Yeah.
And they shaved his beard. And he looked exactly like how he always looks.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is fun. This is funny. But yeah, Ashton Kutcher with that whole cast and stuff. I was like, I didn't think it was gonna work, and it
Have you
does.
finished 2.5 Men?
No, I'm still
you're
like
binging it currently?
I'm still binging the new seasons. I feel like it only ran for like 2 seasons.
What? No, that show
After-
ran for
no,
so
no,
long.
after Charlie Sheen. But it's
I don't know.
They have so many seasons in there, and like every like season has like 20 something episodes.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh,
And that
shit.
bald guy and the kid stayed the whole time.
The bald guy.
Yeah, the bald guy who was Charlie Sheen's friend.
You mean his brother?
Is his brother?
He's not bald. He was bald in Supergirl.
He was balding. He had like only hair on the sides of his head, no? And then the top of his head was bald.
It was he probably had his shit receding a little bit, but it's not, he wasn't bald.
I
in the
have
show.
like dog shit memory, so I don't even.
No, but he was Lex Luthor in Supergirl.
He was who?
Lex Luthor in Supergirl.
Was he?
Yeah.
Oh, he was. Yeah, he,
He was bald
was.
in
Yeah,
that
he
because
was
he was
bald
Lex
in
Luthor.
that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you reminded me. Yeah,
but,
you're right.
That guy is fucking hilarious, bro. It's just like the way his character is built. Like I'm like I cringe every time
In
he
2.5
does
Men?
something. Yeah, every time he does something.
I didn't
But
watch that show.
he's so good at. He's so good.
I
at
would
like,
only watch it once in a while when my brother would put it on. I never sat down and watch. I don't like.
It's on Peacock. It's on the cock. If you want to go watch it.
Not that I don't like old comedy sitcoms. I just don't think they're as great as people make them out to be. Like Friends is okay. I think it's funny sometimes, but it's not as life changing as people make it seem. And rewatching it 17,000 times, and I'm like, dude, there's better shows and there's better comedy. But I get it; it's a comfort show, and people want to keep throwing it on.
The only reason why I started watching 2.5 Men again was because A, it's on Peacock, and
Yeah.
I just upgraded my Peacock to super ad-free Premium Plus.
Fuck,
And,
I'm sick of ads. I'm so sick of apps. Bro, I'm so sick of apps. They all do this bullshit now.
Bro, tell
This
me how-
super premium bullshit plus ad bullshit, and then they still give you ads.
Yesterday, I was waiting for Christian and BJ to get on to play, and I was watching the playoff game. And I'm like, no way, you're still serving me an ad after
I paid. Dude, I feel the same way about HBO Max.
like,
I'm like,
that's greedy.
there's no way I pay for a premium.
no,
and
no.
y'all niggas
H-
still giving me ads for
HBO
other
Max is
shows.
different.
I'm like, why y'all doing me like this?
HBO Max puts on ads on stuff they make.
That's so annoying.
Right? I can tolerate that.
No, fuck off.
It's when it's the regular commercial ads that they still fucking put in there. Even
Hulu
though I
does that
paid,
shit.
I paid money to not see those shits.
Mm-hmm.
Peacock hit me with that yesterday. It was like a regular ass commercial. I was like, ain't no way you just showed me.
Hulu be doing me like that, bro.
If it was a show like, hey, this is what we, if this is a commercial like, hey, this is what we've got coming
Mm-hmm,
on this year, I'm like, fine.
No, I skip it.
'Cause that-
I'm like, fuck you,
That
HBO.
can still like interest me. Like if it catches me within the first 20 seconds or whatever, or 10 seconds even, I'm like, okay, I'll see what you got coming up.
Mm.
But like if it's like, say 20% off your new tires, that
Are you depressed?
yeah,
Try this new drug that will also give you diarrhea and all this other shit. And also, it might want to make you want to kill yourself, even though that's what it's not for.
bro. It's when it's those commercials.
Those
where
are the
where
worst,
I'm
yeah.
infuriated with it. I'm like, I was telling Christian yesterday. I was like, why are you showing me commercials? Like first, this game isn't available on public broadcasting, right? Everybody who's watching this had to pay at least $5.
Yep.
To watch this fucking football game, and I only want to watch it for like 8 minutes while everybody like finishes eating and like gets ready to play, and I'm like, you could have had the sideline reporter talk about something. You could have had like somebody in the studio talk during the commercial breaks or whatever, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, you could have filled that space with content and not like
A commercial.
these ads. I'm like, you could have did something with it.
It's greed, bro. I'm telling y'all,
if you're
bro.
making people pay for it,
It's greed, bro.
supplement the ads.
All
or
these
something
fucking
else.
companies are so fucking greedy now. They're so greedy.
We gotta stop paying for shit.
Tell me about it, bro. I swear to God, we should all just stop paying for shit because the world is so fucking greedy now. It's insane.
It's crazy, bro. I was like,
and it's not even for a reason like, oh, the cost of things are going. No, it's just greed. They want to lie to you and tell you that the cost of living is going up, and that's not true.
no,
they're just being greedy.
They're gonna justify that strike they had. Hey, we have to pay all these people different things. We have to do more ads.
Or stop taking all the fucking money from the people who are actually working. Cut your paycheck, asshole.
Bro.
Greedy as hell.
And the thing is, like, I was telling Christian yesterday, I was like, Taylor Swift has been a storyline.
I can't stand that hoe.
For the whole thing, for the whole, like,
Swifties
Kansas City.
can come for me. I can't stand that hoe.
I was like, I would have rather spent 3 minutes, instead of watching ads, watching Taylor Swift trying to talk about football. I'm like, I would have much rather that.
But you know what pissed me off about Taylor Swift?
That would have been cool.
That bitch, right, has one of the biggest platforms in the world, and she could do anything with her friends because her friends are fucking nuts, but chose not to speak about anything that's happening in this world. But all of a sudden, because she has a boyfriend in the NFL, that's the biggest fucking story in the world? Because she got a man? Who cares, bro? Do something with your fucking celebrity life and your money. This world is going to shit and nobody does anything about it. It's so annoying, bro. And celebrities are the worst offenders about it, bro. You know, a few years ago when nobody wanted to work with Balenciaga because that whole baby thing? Tell me how every celebrity that said they would never wear Balenciaga again was at the Balenciaga fashion show a few months ago for Paris. It's ridiculous. Celebrities have zero integrity, bro. Zero. You give them enough money, they'll do whatever. It's insane to me. I can't stand rich people.
Yo, you saw
Fuck
the Cat
y'all.
Williams interview?
Yeah, I did see that.
What do you think about that?
I think a lot of the shit that he was saying was true, but then a lot of it also is ego. I think Cat Williams has a giant ego, and
he doesn't think he was passed up because he simply wasn't
he
talented
thinks he's like God amongst men when it comes to comedy. And I'm not gonna front. Cat Williams is funny as shit. I'm not, and I think he's funnier than a lot of comedians. But I also think he's bitter as shit that Hollywood genuinely wanted to stop working with him, and he thinks that no one would never not want to work with him, and he's not a problem, and that's not true. But I do agree with a lot of stuff that he was saying on other people that he wouldn't. I don't think he would make a lot of those things up. But then when it comes to like
Ludacris' wife shit,
yeah, like a lot of things like that, when he was calling like Jonathan Majors ugly just cause, I was like, you're just being bitter, bro.
You're a hater.
Yeah, you're just be like, oh, who can think this black with his nose and his face? I'm black, I can say the word, but like him being that.
Nah, he really said the word, right?
Yeah, he did. Him being that disgustingly racist to someone only because they're darker than him. It's insane to me. Like, you're also black, bro. You're
He's
just
not even that light,
it's internalized racism, and it's like for you to sit there and say that man who I personally think is handsome as shit can't be handsome at all just because he has black features is insane to me. And that everyone who has a wife shouldn't be with a wife who's light skinned because that's the government giving it to them. It's like, no, dude, people fall in love with different shades and colors, people, and that's just the way the world works. And it just sounds like you're bitter.
I don't know.
But I agree with a lot of the shit he was saying, though. Like,
a lot of the shit
of the lies
made a little
and
bit make sense. I'm like,
I agree with that.
Okay.
I agree with a lot of those things.
But why are you making yourself sound insane by saying this other shit?
Yeah, I mean, that's just the way he is.
Yeah, that is true.
And then, but I also agree with a lot of like the shit he was saying when it came to Kanye. Like, why the fuck do we care about what Kanye has to say about things that has nothing to do with rap? And I'm like, yeah. Why do we give a fuck about a rapper and what the hell? Listen? Yeah, I'm like this. He's right. The reason Kanye West got so bad is because y'all convinced him he was a god.
That's
for
true.
Years. He would tell people he was a god, and instead of being like, dog, chill out, you're not a god, right? Like,
relax.
Humble yourself. Like, you're great at rap, but you're not a fucking god. Everyone was like, yep, he's a god. Yep, absolutely, run for president. Everyone was yep-manning him until he went absolutely nuts, and now he doesn't go on medication, and he's literally like criminally insane. And nobody wants to help that man.
Not criminally insane. That's crazy.
Nobody wants to help that man, bro. That man is losing his mind. Do you not see what he posts on Instagram?
I was gonna ask you that. I was like,
he just posts news of his new wife. That man is losing his mind, and nobody wants to help him. And you know what sucks about that shit? The type of, because someone who deals with mental illness, right, and is in this world, it is so hard for you to get help and medication and things like that when you are mentally ill and you're poor. It is so hard, and people who kill to just try to get a little bit of therapy and try to get help for themselves, and then people like him who are insanely rich and can get help anytime they want, get help, whatever the case may be, and fix their lives, they just choose not to. They just want to be ignorant. Just cause. It's insane to me. Because he can get help. He's choosing not to, because to him, his creativity is that much of an importance. Yeah.
Insanity fueled with...
Which I agree and I disagree. I feel like Kanye made a lot of good music even when he was on medication. And even off of it, I think he makes some dog shit music sometimes.
Like you said earlier, you didn't like all the Cudi songs on his new album.
And I'm a Cudi dick rider.
And I'm like...
I am. I love Cudi.
And I was like, they're not all gonna be hits.
Yeah.
They're all not gonna. I mean, the same 11 songs you don't like, somebody could probably like those.
Exactly. Yeah. You're
So
right.
it's
It's all
all
opinion
it's
based.
all opinion. It's all speculatory. So
But from that rap, you know what I'm watching this year?
what?
I'm watching. I watching Percy Jackson.
Okay.
Love that. So if you like Harry Potter or no? Not really. You're not a Harry Potter guy.
I'm not. I don't like Harry Potter because I stand on business, bro.
Huh?
Fuck. What's her name?
J.K. Rowling.
J.K. Rowling. I almost said R.L. Stein. Almost.
The Goosebumps guy.
I almost shot the wrong person, bro.
Not the Goosebumps man. Yeah, fuck
I
that
fuck
bitch.
with.
I agree.
They put out a movie.
Fuck that bitch.
Recently with his stories, like those books he made. That
But
was
I
pretty
remember I never read the Percy Jackson.
fun. Who
book.
makes Percy Jackson?
I don't know. I never read them.
So they don't got any drama.
Currently, no. Not that I know of.
I just don't like fucking that one, but J.K. Rowling. Bro.
Yeah, I don't like that bitch either.
I hate her, bro.
Um,
That's why I didn't play the Harry Potter game.
I love that game.
I didn't. See, I don't. I'm like Faye Brandon, who stands on business on certain things.
Nah, I stand on business because she. Fuck that hoe. But the series is great. So I never read the Percy Jackson books, but I watched the original movie with that really like tween kid. The old if you've seen the old Percy Jackson, that black kid who played the Grover.
I've never seen
Whatever
the movie, bro.
So I watched that movie and I thought it was okay, and I was like, this is supposed to be like because you got to think about it. Back then, when both those books were released, they were like rivals to each other, right? Like they were both some of the most like kid fantasy books out there, and I was like, really, this is it? This can't hold a candle to Harry Potter. This is bullshit.
Do they have that many like the same like
Amount of book, kind of, yeah.
like blow for blow? Like this is new Percy Jackson. I was like, oh yeah, new Harry Potter.
I think so. I listen. I only read Harry Potter back then, so I didn't know much about Percy Jackson. I just knew that I knew of it because of how popular it was back then, but I never read it. I watched the movie and then I was like, "This is ass." Like I was a hater. I was like, "How dare you even compare this with Harry Potter?" I was like, "This is bullshit."
But the first few Harry Potter movies didn't even look that good either.
You're capping. The
Like-
very
like-
first Harry Potter
No,
movie
I
was
said
fantastic.
like visually, like not. I don't care. Like, I'm not saying story wise. I'm saying like
What about the first Harry Potter looked bad?
it's just like
I mean, the
feel
the
like
troll,
nowadays-
the troll in that bathroom was pretty rough.
I mean, like
But that was
nowadays-
CGI back then.
I know. That's what I'm saying. The CGI doesn't hold up. Like for a lot of things, you can say
Yeah.
back then too. But that's the only thing I'm talking about. Like visually, it doesn't look.
But compared to the very first Harry Potter film and the very first like Percy Jackson film, I think Harry Potter's better.
Yeah, I mean,
Visually, story wise, whatever. But then this new show that they released on Disney Plus, I've been watching it, and everyone's been telling me that it's super faithful to the book adaptation, and I'm fucking with it heavy. I love as much as it is very Harry Pottery, like very first movie where it's like very kiddie and like it's supposed to be for children. But I fuck with the writing and I like all the characters, how they're written. The action's good.
How many episodes are?
I think currently there's 8,
It's supposed
but
to be,
it's
like,
still
what,
going on.
16.
I don't know.
I hate that we've brought the number of
I
episodes
don't know.
down. From
I have
like
no idea, but
22
I'm currently watching
to
it.
16 to 8.
Yeah.
I'm like that's so.
So if you
dumb.
like Harry Potter or into like that type of shit, I highly recommend Percy Jackson on Disney Plus.
nice.
I think it's a very good show. And then I've also been watching Marvel released Echo recently.
Give me the breakdown.
So Echo is basically like a continuation of a character that we saw in Hawkeye. If you watched that show at all,
the Christmas.
yeah, the
episodes?
Christmas one
Oh.
with Kate Bishop. So she gets introduced there with Kingpin and all of them. And then and this
Is it
show,
the same Kingpin from
yes,
the
from Daredevil, yeah.
Nice.
So you get introduced to her in that, and then this is the series where you like learn her backstory, learn who she is, why she worked with Kingpin, why she doesn't like Kingpin anymore, and they bring back Daredevil from the Netflix series, like in the very first episode, and
Of
they
Echo?
yeah,
Okay.
and Echo and him fight, and it's one of the best.
Who's Echo?
Echo's the lady
Oh.
in Hawkeye, so she's like
The one from her.
she has like a prosthetic leg.
I was gonna say
She has a
the
prosthetic leg,
sister?
and she speaks in sign language only.
Oh, okay. I don't know who that is.
So in Hawkeye, in the comic books, I don't know
I
much
thought
about
we were
her.
talking about the actress from Midsummer.
No, that's Florence Pugh. I love her.
I love
She
Florence
plays the other Black Widow, but no. Echo is the Native American lady that fights her in that show.
Oh.
So in this show, the first episode, she fights Daredevil, and it's such a good fight. It reminds me of like Shang-Chi and like old
Should
Daredevil
I
stuff.
watch that?
You should. I thought it was good. Story wise, it's Marvel. Don't expect much from Marvel, especially now. It's okay. It's like it's better than Secret Wars, which was dog shit.
We gotta start studying the downfall of Marvel shows.
It's better. What came after Secret Wars? Was that the last? Oh, Loki season 2 was fantastic. I'll give you that. Loki season 2 was
your
fantastic.
One W.
Yeah. The Marvels was okay.
Do you think
like
they
that
got
movie.
too high off their own supply?
I just think they stopped being
caring?
coherent with their stuff. I feel like it went from being like everyone make sure we're
Following
trying to
this-
follow. We're
this
trying to get to this.
timeline.
Yeah, we're
Yep.
trying to get here. Everyone make sure we're following it.
And it's like,
if
oh my
you-
god, Thanos killed
and if you
episode 2.
yeah,
I'm like, what
and if
the
you're
fuck? We need
introducing
him for-
stuff or writing stuff in, make sure that everyone knows so that way the next director. But now I just feel like they're just giving it to anyone who wants it, and then every director that gets the film, they just do whatever they want with the characters that they have, and that's why I was so happy that James Gunn came back for 3 for Guardians, because I was like, I know if they give it to another director, they're gonna butcher every one of those characters. They won't know how to write
Did
them.
that come out last year?
Yes, it came out last year.
I didn't watch it.
That's probably one of the best Marvel movies that
You know
came
what I
out
did
during
watch
Phase
last
4.
year? The Marvels.
That's okay.
I like that movie.
Yeah, I liked it better than Ant-Man.
I didn't watch Ant-Man.
That movie's bad. The Quantum
The
Verse.
Quantum Maniac.
Yeah,
thing?
bad film. Same with Thor. Thor 3 or what is
I
it?
didn't watch
what
Thor
not
4.
Thor? Oh,
Thor
4.
4.
That shit's bad. You liked it, right?
Thor 4.
Yeah.
I liked some of it.
I hated that film.
You know what I didn't like? I just think Christian Bale's kind of overrated. I'm like, oh.
No, he's a good actor. They
That's
just
gonna
gave
be
him the worst role and the worst
My
lines,
hot
bro.
take, bro. I just don't.
You don't like Christian Bale in any movie?
I don't think he's that good.
What about
know
in
what I think?
American Psycho?
I think
What about in
American Psycho. First of all, I wouldn't.
You don't like that movie?
I like it for what it is, but we were talking about this yesterday with Muhammad. He was like, "What are 5 movies I should watch that are like considered like cultural, like you must watch, like if you're into movies?"
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, Christian had that like up very high, and I was like, I don't think that movie's for everybody. I think like if it was a list, right, a top
Yeah.
20, I would put that at 11.
I think
Because
that
don't
one
think-
and have you seen A Clockwork Orange?
No.
So those two are like acclaimed films that are very similar in theme and portrayals and stuff. It's about like 2 psycho people doing crazy shit, right? And I think the reason it's so critically acclaimed is because a lot of men don't know how to deal with their emotions, and they just like to latch onto these characters that are deeply, deeply damaged.
Yeah.
Deeply damaged.
But there's some
Like Joker's also like that too.
Yeah, exactly. And that's in the same realm of
Yeah.
like similar movies where I think
I agree.
like things like The Godfather. That guy did not know how to fucking deal with his fucking
Fight Club also.
Yep. Ways of how you should deal with your own like mental hurdles or whatever.
Yeah.
But I was like thinking about like when you think of that list, it's movies like that. It's movies like fucking American Psycho, Fight Club,
Danny Darko.
exactly, like
Clockwork
shit like that.
Orange, yeah.
And I'm like The Godfather. I'm like that's a very toxic movie when you think.
But
about
I like
it.
the first 2 Godfathers. I think
They're
those
good.
those films
They're
are,
good.
are
I
written
like the
really
movies,
well.
but if I were to make a list
Of, like, top 10
things you
critically
needed
acclaimed?
to watch, like
You
as
wouldn't put those on the
anybody-
list?
As like if we're thinking like this list is for anybody to go in and take one look, watch those 5 movies. I was telling him, I was like, it's hard.
I feel like we should put one of them in
It's
there.
hard to make a list that can apply to anybody.
Everybody, yeah.
Like if you're like if you make a list, top 5 movies you should watch if you're wanting to get into cinema, you have to make that broad enough to where it's giving you a little bit of everything.
True.
You can't put 5
Of the
similar
same movie,
themed
yeah,
movies.
I agree.
in
If
the
you put
list.
5, so if you put Clockwork Orange, Psycho,
You can't.
Danny,
you-
putting
you-
all those movies is stupid.
It's
yeah.
counterintuitive.
Yeah,
Like, you
I
need
agree.
You need to put like other shit in there.
I
like
agree.
fucking,
I agree.
You know
It's the same with Tarantino films when everyone's like, we should just binge all of them. I'm like, then it defeats the purpose.
I mean, you're gonna watch the same thing.
Yeah, I was
just
like,
in different universes.
Yeah, I was like, you're gonna defeat the purpose of the way he directs it. It's the awe of it, right? It's like, oh, I've seen this movie, watch a few other movies, then go back to his, and you're like, oh, you could tell the way he directs. It's so much more different than the way everybody else.
I'm like
does
fucking
things.
like Stanley Kubrick, bro. Like he made the 3 greatest
Jaws,
movies
right?
of all time. No, he made
Or is it
The
Friday?
Shining.
Oh, Shining.
He made Doctor Strangelove, which isn't even.
I've never heard of that
similar
one.
Yo, that movie is fucking crazy.
Doctor Strangelove. I've never.
You
heard
should
of it.
watch it. It's about nukes and
Okay.
it's about America
Like
and
Oppenheimer?
Russian. Yeah. But it's like more of a comedic.
Did you like Oppenheimer?
It's okay.
Same.
Like
It's one of those films that everyone's like, oh, best film I've ever seen in my life. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, that movie was long as a bitch,
it was long, right?
and I fell asleep like half
You know what was long
for like
as fuck?
for like 20 minutes of it.
Killers of the Flower Moon. Did you see that?
No.
So it was a 3-hour long movie.
Oh my god.
And like 2 hours had passed, and it felt like the movie was gonna end. I'm like, all right, okay, cool, it's about to end. I go to use the bathroom. 20 more minutes, and then there's another point after 20 more minutes, right? I'm like, oh, it's about to end now. 20 more minutes, and then
Jesus.
one more time. 20 more minutes. I'm
I
like,
can't
now it's
do
over.
that.
Now it's done.
I can't do that.
But it was good. I like the movie. I just feel like you could have told that story in 2 hours.
It's too long.
Like it's a great movie where you learn something about a
Yeah.
story that happened to a real group of people,
Yeah.
but like you managed your time better. Like you could have done things like differently,
Cut scenes out
cut
where-
scenes
yeah.
out, or extend certain scenes that help
made
that
the story
help
better.
the two
Yeah.
scenes that you
Yeah.
could have cut out. Just
Yeah,
you
yeah,
could have
yeah.
got the same effect either way.
Yeah,
But it was 3 hours. I watched it with my sister and Christian. And
Damn.
we were all like.
Did you watch Justice League when it came out? Like the Snyder one?
No,
it was like
that
4
on
hours
Max. It
long.
came out
yeah.
on Max, right?
You never watched it?
I did because I did it from the comfort of my own fucking home.
That shit
and I
was
could pause
so
it.
long.
I could pause
bro.
it, piss. I could
Yes.
pause it, go to the
Thank
go
God
to the
it was on
doctors.
because
Like I could do anything.
When I was watching it, I
pause
had to pause it like 6 times to go pee, and I was like, imagine this was in the theater, bro. I was like, I would have never gone through it.
That's what happened to me in Killers of the Flower Moon, bro. I would have to fucking piss so bad.
I can't do them.
And then I
long-ass
went,
films.
and then I was like, "Hey, what I miss?" And they were like, "Yo, something fucking crazy happened." I'm like, "What
Jesus.
the fuck?" I was like, "No way."
You know what I think you'd like?
What?
What is it? It's either on Amazon or Amazon Prime or Hulu. It's called. It's a show. No, not a show. It's a movie called Them. It's like horror. It's like, but when I say horror, it's like what's that movie with the demon that like makes you kill yourself?
Smile?
What is Smile?
Smile.
So it's like that type of horror, and I feel like you'd like that. I watched it
On
recently.
Amazon Prime?
Amazon Prime or Hulu. It's one or the other. I don't remember which
I don't
one.
got Hulu no more.
It's called Them. It's
Yeah.
with like a black family. It's so good. It reminds me of a lot of Get Out and like Smile put together.
Can you believe some people don't
Like Get Out.
no like horror films that have black people in it? They're like, no, it's not. You know, yeah, it's like it goes off the because it's usually like a
racism.
white person, right?
Yeah, it's
Like,
racism. That's what it is.
Look at you.
It's racism, bro.
I'm like, I was hearing like a bunch of like feedback on movies with like a majority of black cats. I'm like, oh, it's just it's just not believable. Does it? I'm like, it's just because they're black, bro.
Yeah,
I'm
dude,
like,
it's the worst. It's the same with the Percy Jackson stuff. They made the little girl who's supposed to be a white blonde lady a black girl, and people were losing their minds about it. I was like, who cares, bro? It's a little girl. Why are we bullying a little black girl?
That's
Who cares,
true.
bro?
why are you going so hard against?
It's just a little black girl doing a job that she got hired for. Like, why are we trying to kill a little black girl? Like, leave her alone, bro. It's insane how racist people be.
It's actually really crazy, bro. I was like, I'm like trying to listen to them talk about shit like that,
Yeah.
and I'm like, bro, you're just racist.
Yeah, and they try to like
They try to-
tiptoe or like eggshell walk around the racism that they have. They're like, no, I'm not racist. It's
I'm
because
like-
of this.
I'm like, bro, you're racist.
Literally.
I just don't fucking have any idea, bro. You know what's a movie I did watch? The Iron Claw.
I want to watch that.
You should watch that because it's
And also, have you seen Saltburn?
no, I haven't seen.
I want to.
Saltburn.
Hey,
It's the same guy in it. In
I
both
want. I
movies.
was supposed to go watch Saltburn with some person. They flaked on me. Fuck you.
Fuck you,
But
bitch.
yeah,
No.
I heard that film was really,
Iron
really good.
Claw
I haven't
is
seen it
crazy.
yet, but I
It's
heard
actually
it was really good.
they actually cut out quite a bit of
Yeah.
the story, which Killers of the Flower Moon should have done. But
For what movie?
Iron
Iron Claw.
Claw, yeah.
I heard that they cut out a whole brother because of how sad his story was on TikTok, and
whole
I was
shit
like,
is crazy.
"What?" And it's all. Can I say it or
yeah, you
will
can
I
say
spoil
it. I
it?
mean, I don't think. I mean, I just.
It's not in the- I know it's
wasn't
not
gonna
in the-
say anything because you said you wanted to watch it.
I want to
eventually.
watch it, but I know that this specific story isn't in the movie because I watched it on TikTok about how whatever the movie's about 3 like wrestler brothers, right?
Yep.
And there was a
they're
younger one
Yeah.
in real life who was really small, and he had like some type of like physical ailment which made him so he couldn't wrestle, but everyone in his life was a very famous wrestler. And it drove him like literally crazy. Like he would do everything to try to wrestle to the point that like his doctor's like, "You can't do. You're gonna kill yourself trying it." And then he really killed himself. Like
And they didn't
genuinely.
talk about the younger brother that died.
Yeah.
He got electrocuted. I don't know how.
And
but
there was another one.
there was a younger brother, and then Zac Efron's character.
Yeah.
And then other brothers, and then the one brother didn't
That
get
killed
included
himself, yeah.
in there, and they didn't talk about the
I
little
only know
brother
about the
and
one
that brother.
I know about the brother that killed himself because he wanted to be a wrestler so bad, but he
All
couldn't.
the people who got to wrestle, they talked about.
Okay.
Everybody who couldn't wrestle because either they died or they couldn't, they didn't include in the movie.
But yeah, I want to watch that film. I heard about
it's
people say
it's
it's
a
good.
it's a good wrestling film. It's a good film to like learn, like, because you know how everybody's always like, oh, it's not a real thing, right? It's not a real sport. It's not real. But like when you get to know the
thing
people
is,
who
I
are-
don't. I think
It's literally
you're
a live
mistaking
play.
too of the thing. I don't. Wrestling isn't real, but the performance that they're doing
That's what I'm
is
saying.
real.
That's what I'm trying
the
to say.
physicality that they're doing is absolutely
I'm like,
real.
because people don't consider that any of that, right? They'll just blanket statement it's fake, right?
Yeah.
They don't think the people,
They don't see the
the
stunts and
people
stuff that
there,
they're doing,
no.
yeah.
They don't even think that the people there have these stories behind them. Like these like how did they get there? Why are they doing this, right? It's because
To them, it's just a character.
to
that
them
the
it's
dev-
just they're
yeah.
like it's like an actor like
doing a role.
Exactly. It's like fucking Vin Diesel. Vin Diesel doesn't have fucking that background of like these guys are actually his family,
Yeah.
right? But then like in shit like that, like
Where you
it
grew
could
up
be
with
in
these
any
people,
sport.
yeah.
Like you grew up with them and like you're there because you want to be with your family or surrounded by family. It just hits a little bit different than a movie. 'Cause
I gotta watch it.
People compare like wrestling to movies. Like it's just fake. It's like a movie.
Yeah.
But then like
I mean,
there's
it's more of a
always-
play, if anything.
Exactly. It's literally like a live action
Yeah.
play. But it's always like, no, but like if you like sit down and you listen to interviews about like wrestling interviews, like they're like 9 times out of 10, every single wrestling interview is so like what? That happened to you? Or like that's the reason why you did this? Like that's why you're in here? Like there's a lot of like stories, similar stories to these
Yeah.
in wrestling, and it's because of the shit that they have to do to even
Behind the scenes, yeah. To like
to even make it.
Yeah.
Be considered
exactly,
like, to
and
even
then
be put
once,
on TV,
and then once you're on TV, the pressure to stay on that fucking TV,
it's insane.
I can only imagine.
So it's a good story.
I gotta watch it. Yeah,
It's a good
I'll go through
story
it.
of like learning something. It's a fucking terribly sad story. Like
Yeah, I mean, but I'm gonna be real. I like very depressing movies or very like
and music
yeah.
and shows.
No, I'm just saying I like them because it seems more human to me.
It is. It's very human.
It seems because I've never met someone who's happy 1,000% of the time.
Like if everything is going well for you, you're either lying or you're really fortunate. That,
Yeah, true.
that-
But even people who have everything going for them, they get sad sometimes. Things happen, right? It's life. So when I watch movies and it's just a happy-go-lucky movie and there's no problem, and or the problem is super superficial that it's like, shut up, like it's not even that serious, then I can't immerse myself in a film like that where I can't feel for the person who's on the screen, right?
Yeah.
But then when you portray the person on the screen to be more human to me, where like they're struggling with things that I've struggled with, or whatever the case may be, where I can relate and put myself in those shoes. Oh, I love that type of stuff. I'm like, okay, now I'm in. Now I'm hooked. I want to see what this human being is gonna do, being put in all these types of situations that most humans don't get put
sometimes
into. Right?
like when you see it that way and you're like, I would have made that same decision.
Yes.
Or like
what would I have done differently? Yeah. What would I have done in that
situation? What would I
situation?
even do at that point?
Yeah, I do that a lot.
How would I even thought about handling that shit? Like
A lot of times I'm like, I would have just fucking died. I don't know what the fuck I
no,
would have done that.
for real. Like somebody claws their way out and then like stays on the brink of death and like crawl. I'm like,
I would have died.
I would have gave up.
I just have like that. I would have dropped.
I would have been like,
ain't no way, bro.
I would have cut my losses. I would have been like,
the same
I'd have been
way.
like, that sucks. Die.
I would have been the same way. But
Oh my god, bro. Oh, actually, something that I didn't bring up that I want to talk about is that I made my own Alamo Wrapped. So
all the movies you've seen this
all
year?
the movies I've seen, and I used AI, I used ChatGPT to kind of like help me put it in the Spotify format, and I kind of want to go through it with you.
Let's do it.
So it says it's just titled Alamo Wrapped, and then I asked it to like make 5 like profiles of what kind of like movie watcher you could be. And so this is the one I got. It said the results are in, and you are a cinematic explorer. Your movie watching habits include a diverse selection of genres and a penchant for rewatching favorites, reflect a curiosity and openness to explore a vast landscape of cinema. Whether it's the latest release, classic films, or hidden gems, you approach movie watching as an adventure, eager to uncover unique and intriguing stories. Okay, so it says total movies watched, 43.
Okay.
Most popular days of the week, Sundays. So I've watched 7 movies on Sundays. Most popular time of day is the evening from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. with multiple showings.
Best time to watch a movie.
The busiest month that I watched movies was June. I watched 8 movies in June.
Who was you taking to the movies in June, bitch?
I watched Spider-Man like 3 different times. So I watched it with a girl, I watched it with a Christian, and I watched it with my family.
Makes sense.
So it said breakdown of genres. Horror, 19.
Okay.
19 movies. Action/adventure, 5. 2 comedies. 1 documentary.
Comedies.
Yeah.
I feel like there's no good comedies anymore.
I forgot which ones were considered comedies.
Yeah, because I don't remember any good comedies.
1
that came out a few
drama
years
and
ago.
1 animation. I watched
Spider-Verse is an animation.
No. It counted as action adventure, I think.
Oh, okay.
I forgot what animated movie I watched, but I definitely watched like a Pixar
Was it like
animated
Super
movie.
Pets? Super Dog,
Might
whatever?
have been some
Crypto?
shit. No. It might have been like
Oh,
fucking
Sonic!
Sonic.
Or Mario, one of those, right?
Mario, one of them counted as that.
Because
And it
those are
said-
really good. I like those films.
So it said, so nice, you had to see it twice, parentheses, or more.
Mm-hmm.
Award goes to Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. I watched it 3 times, June 2nd, June 3rd,
I
and
watched
June
that show a
11th.
lot. I mean, I watched that movie like 3 times too.
Barbie, August 27th. and
You watched that
September-
movie more than once?
September 10th. I watched
I
it
watched
twice.
it twice too. But I watched it once with a girl than once with a
Me
group of
too,
friends.
me too. And I watched Saw 10 twice, September 28th and October 10th.
Still never seen that one.
That's really good. It's.
I haven't seen the new Saw.
You want my Prime so you can log in and watch it?
I have Prime.
I bought it. Every
Oh.
Saw movie I buy.
Okay,
I buy
sure,
it
sure.
outright. And it said popcorn madness. So I made a formula to factor, like, if I were to go to the movies set amount of times, like, what would be the amount of popcorn I would have theoretically consumed, right? If I
You
bought
like popcorn?
No, but
Oh.
I just thought I needed something quirky, you know,
Okay.
a stat,
How
a funny
much?
stat. So it said, we crunched the popcorn numbers, and based on your cinematic journey you embarked on, here's a whimsical estimation of popcorn pounds you might have devoured. If you got a small popcorn every single time, approximately 10.75 pounds of popcorn, enough to turn your movie nights into a popcorn-powered adventure. If you got a medium popcorn, approximately 21.5 pounds of popcorn, a popcorn palace fit for a film connoisseur. If you got a large popcorn every single time you
25
went,
pounds of popcorn is crazy.
approximately 32.25 pounds of popcorn. You've practically earned a popcorn crown for your blockbuster appetite. And then the last one, because I watched so many horror movies, I said, hey, give me a percentage of, like, chances that I would survive a horror movie, right?
0.
And it said, would you survive a horror movie? Survival chance, 35%.
I probably wouldn't survive. Unless it's one of those villains that is just a dude in a mask and a knife.
Well,
I'll beat his ass.
The formula I made for the horror movie is, like, I made, like, a funny one. So let's say, like, some shit like Freddy, you know, it's like a comedic.
Oh,
killer.
that motherfucker will murk my shit.
I'm like, consider these movies to make make
Yeah.
the formula. I said, so let's put the very first Nightmare on Elm Street. I put
If you had to go
Saw
toe-to-toe
1.
with most of those horror icons, who do you think you'd actually win in a fight?
Honestly, bro, I couldn't beat Freddy because I'm a sleepy
No,
boy.
that motherfucker would wreck
I'm
my
a sleepy
shit.
boy. As soon as I fall asleep, he's
He's
cooking
killing me,
first
yeah.
night.
He's killing me, bro, immediately.
I don't know how they stayed up that long.
Yeah, dude, I would have lost. I would have died so fast in that
I'd
film.
be like, hey, can I help you?
I'd be like, yo, just keep me up. Immediately.
Dead cooked. I think
Jason,
I could.
cooking my ass. That man's superhuman, basically.
He basically is, but, like, he's like
unkillable.
he's not, like, fast like Michael Myers.
But he be tossing people like
He do be
they're
tossing
fucking
people.
like rags.
I feel like if he tossed me once, I'll pretend I died. He might be okay with.
No,
just
he
me.
be double tapping
I
people.
know,
Jason's scary, bro.
I know he be double tapping, but I feel like if I convince it enough, he could just be like, oh, fuck,
Nah,
I killed that guy in the
Jason is
first
double
place.
tapping your shit, bro. Nah,
You saw who was the rapper in the movie? Fucking, was it Busta Rhymes?
that's Michael Myers. That's different.
Oh, he gave him a 2-piece.
yeah, that's Michael Myers.
I think
I
give
could fuck
Michael
up.
Myers
I
hands.
fuck Michael Myers up.
I'll give
But
him
I'm
some
talking about
hands.
old Michael Myers, like when he was a human, like Halloween 1, 2, 3. I beat Michael Myers ass, bro. But the newer ones where he's like getting shot and getting up, and he's like 80 years old. Nope, I'm not touching that man. That man's built different. That's an 80-year-old superhuman.
Yeah.
But regular, I'd fuck up regular Michael Myers.
I just feel like it's like.
What about
depends.
Pinhead?
Pinhead?
Pinhead would wreck my shit.
He would wreck my shit too. Because
Yeah.
I don't have the.
I can't fuck
don't
with
have
superhuman
the-
people.
the,
Yeah.
just like common knowledge to figure out puzzles and shit.
I get fucked. Chucky, I'd wreck that
Chucky?
little ass.
I
That little
win.
doll, I would kick that motherfucker so far, bro.
I mean, he probably catch me slipping one time.
You think so?
I think so.
No, I feel like Chucky's too much of what's the word? Like he takes too much of enjoyment out of his kills. Like
Oh,
he
so you-
giggles and
so
shit
you
before
feel
he kills
like
you.
he'll get you one good time. He's like, ha, ha, ha,
Yeah,
favorite,
yeah,
I'm gonna
literally.
stab you in your
gets it.
asshole, and then that
Literally.
gives you enough time to
Yeah.
like, shut up, bang.
He's too cocky of a killer that like even when he's hiding, you hear him giggling in the back and shit. You'll be like, what the fuck?
Like, bro, what? You,
Why are you back there,
like, bro,
son?
you could have been stabbing.
You could have killed me, but you being stupid back
I
there.
didn't know you was there.
Who else is in? Who's a killer? Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
I think I'd survive. Because like if you think about it, like
You're bugging.
no, think about it.
Have you
this
seen
way.
his movies?
If we do,
That man's
right?
crazy.
So if I'm in that universe, if I replace any of those characters,
Mm-hmm.
I think I got a good chance if I just sacrifice people.
No,
If I just be like, run away.
he'd catch up and kill you.
Yeah, no, but like it's like if I leave the
He
farm,
is kind of dumb though.
If I leave the farm, he's like, oh fuck, he left.
He is kind of dumb. Yeah,
He'd be like, shit, that guy.
you could outsmart him, but you can't
He's like,
fight him.
that guy.
I'm saying like 1v1, like you caught in a room with
I'm the
him.
last guy. I'm the last survivor.
Yeah,
and
and you caught in a room with
and I'm
him.
the final girl.
Yeah,
I think I got a good chance.
nah, he'd fuck my shit up.
No,
I'm being honest.
bro.
He'd pick me up, put me on a meat hook, and kill me.
No, I feel like if we're in a room, if I'm running into a room and then like it's a dead
It's a
end
closed room, yeah.
and I
It's
gotta
just you and
I
him.
gotta get my way back out the same way
Yeah.
I came. I think I got a 50% chance I survive that.
I think
Because he's gonna be like,
I'm getting
he's gonna be
got.
like zoom, 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 and he's gonna run towards me, and you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna dive to his knees. If I get cut, I get cut. You know.
True.
But I just need to level the playing field. If we both start from the floor, it's an even playing field. You're not gonna chainsaw me from the fucking floor. You're gonna drop that shit.
I don't know. He's crazy. He might.
All right, favorite. Before we wrap up, I want to
Wait,
talk
we got
about-
one more.
Who?
Saw.
We
Jigsaw.
talked about that before, though.
Jigsaw would wreck. I die.
I don't think.
There's no way.
I don't think I have the.
You know
common
those
sense.
videos where it's like, I die before he finishes telling me the. I'd literally be me.
They'd be like, no, like the tape will play, and then
I'd be like, yo, replay it. Put subtitles, please, dog.
he's like, it's already done because he's not there.
I'm like, dog, please.
not
I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
He's not gonna repeat the question. It's too late. You're just dead.
I'm getting
Fuck,
bear
what
trapped.
Did he say? What did he say? Shit.
I'm getting my shit
I
fucked.
could have saw the Pythagorean theorem. That's crazy. All right, Fabian. Before we end, I want to talk
Yeah.
about The Last of Us season 2 casting so far, and they've only announced 3 people so far.
Okay.
And-
Who am I looking at?
Okay, so we're gonna look at first the person who they decided
That's
to
Joel.
play Abby. This girl, Caitlin Dever. This is the only casting I hate of the 3. Not because of her.
Her face looks good.
but
She
you
looks.
know- you
She's
know
not buff enough to be
Who
Abby.
they should have casted?
Gina Carano.
That big is that the one from Mando?
No. Yeah, it is.
I was like, but that big bitch is right there.
But no,
You could've- you
she's
could've-
too big to be playing a teenager. That's the problem. But she
No,
is
but Abby
big.
wasn't a teenager. Abby was a grown woman. I
No,
mean,
she was like
in
18,
Last of Us 2,
19.
was she
Yeah.
18?
Yeah.
Oh, she would just look jacked.
But
She
then,
looked-
like, later on, when they have the time skip and then Ellie goes back for her, that's when she's, like, in her 20s.
oh, okay.
But during the game, no, she's a
Because
teenager.
I'm like, this is appropriate for flashback. Abby,
That's appropriate because she has Abby's face hands
Kind
down,
of, yeah.
but she don't got Abby's body. Abby is built like the Rock, son, in that game. I don't know why they made her so buff, but she's buff as hell in that game.
Next
I'm
we
guessing
have
that's
Jesse.
yeah.
That looks spot on. Doesn't
That
it?
does look spot on.
I'm like, this got to be the same guy that used.
I don't
to
think it
mocap.
is, but it looks a
I'm
lot like him.
This guy looks so good.
Rest in peace to this guy, because
All right,
if you don't know,
justice for Jesse.
because if you don't know what's gonna happen to his character,
And then it gets even better with Dina.
no.
No, I mean this is a weird picture, but like when they took a regular photo of her, I think
don't
she
like
looked kind of
Dina.
decent.
What is she from?
I can see it. She's
I've never
Ellie's
seen
girlfriend.
I know, but I've never seen this
Oh,
actress. Is what I'm
she's
saying.
from,
What's her name?
I don't know.
Isabella.
Mercedes.
I've never heard of her. She does not look like Dina.
I
Dina's supposed to be a white Jewish lady, bro.
You know, is she?
Yeah.
I thought she was like a Latina.
What?
Is
Dina?
Dina not Latina?
No. She's Jewish as hell in that show. I mean, in
the game?
In the game, not the show. In the show, it looked like she's gonna be Latina as hell.
Yeah, she does look Latina.
But in the
I thought she was
in the
a
game,
Latina
she's Jewish. Yeah.
Not bad. I did not know that. That's why I thought it was so good.
No, in the game, she's Jewish.
I don't mind this recasting race though.
I don't mind either.
I don't mind.
As long as she does a good job. Because with me, Dina, the reason I feel like Dina's, she's such a big part of part 2, and Ellie's with her a lot. And if I don't fuck with the actress, I'm going to get annoyed.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to have to be with her for a long fucking time. Because, never mind, I'm going to spoil some shit, but I'm not going to.
Yeah, don't spoil,
I'm not going to say
don't
nothing.
spoil nothing.
But
'cause
just, she's in the game a lot.
we gotta look forward to season 2.
You're going to see her a lot more because she's basically Ellie's girlfriend.
Remember this time last year we were just talked about The Last of Us for like
For so long, yeah. Just know that when that show come out,
when
it's
that
gonna
show
be the
comes
same
out, we're gonna
be the
run it
same
back.
way, yeah.
We're gonna run it back, talk about that shit for like 2 hours. But that was this week's IdleTalk favorite. It was great catching up with you.
It's great catching up with you.
I'll see you
Great catching up with you guys.
soon-ish. We'll see. We'll talk it out. We're gonna get some pizza.
Please, yes.
We're gonna make a video about it.
We're gonna make a mini.
Peace.